Is this the one that works or not? Check your microphone.
Fuck.
Anyways, this is going to be where we broadcast every week. Our phone number, 607-238-3816. I am going to try the best I can to see if I can get something integrated here. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we have some room here. Maybe we can get this here. I'm not sure. If we can get the phone number played out here. But this week's call-in number is 607-238-3816. Now, I don't know if this is going to be able to be processed correctly here. I'm hoping that it is. Because if it is, then that means we can go ahead and do this every week. Like this. I don't know how we're gonna do this here, but see if I can make it scrolling. There it goes. Just fits under our thing here. Maybe I can punch it down one more. Nope. Oh well. It's gonna have to be right there. The scrolling is on, but it's not very fast. It's going to have to come from right to left. There we go. All right. It is. All right, it's up and running. So, we got that. Barely got it, but we got it.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is the fucking topic?
The topic is what happened at the Hindsdale House.
Alright.
Angie's out sick with the flu. I'm going to buy her a bucket or something. So when she gets sick, she can come over here and use the bucket. Josh, we don't know where you're at. Wherever you're at, I'm going to tell you this right now. Wherever you're hiding, we're going to find you. We're going to drag you into the studio, and you're going to sit in this chair right here, and you're going to give everybody an explanation of why you're not here every week. Every week we go through this. We pull in front of the house to pick you up in the van, and you're not there. Where is he? I have no idea. If anybody knows where he is, please tell us where he is. Please. We will let you come on an investigation with us. You give us the whereabouts of Josh. Because I'm going to walk right in that place with a camera. live right up here on the program. I'm going to show everybody what he's doing. No, he's not at his girlfriend's house. No, he's not at investigating. Maybe he's down there recording trains again or something. I don't know. But in Hindsdale, New York, there lies a house. And we got to go there. We also got to go to a steak restaurant in Olean, which was a very nice, wonderful restaurant. The Beef Barrel, wonderful restaurant. Texas Hots, wonderful chili dog place. Filled myself with chili dogs. There's also a little boutique store there. Wonderful two people. Absolutely wonderful.
The Wandering Nicks.
The Wandering Nicks. Forgot her name, though.
Amy.
Amy and her husband. Her husband's a wonderful person as well.
Her husband.
There's a beautiful round table.
Husband John, remember?
Yes. I don't remember. I don't remember names that well.
I do.
So Amy and John, we went to visit them, and they gifted us with a lamp for our haunted museum that we have. Always taking donations and stuff. Wonderful people. They had a wonderful table there, a huge table for seances. Her and her husband, John, do seances, and it's wonderful. We are going to have them as guests up here
very shortly.
soon. Which we are looking for guests. Anybody that wants to be a guest, please contact us through our website or email, www.twintierparanormal.com.
Or call.
Call in and let us know. Call us. I think it's option 1 or something to speak to one of the investigators. Anyways, go ahead and tell us the history of this. Get the Facebook up here too. Let's get that up there while we go through that. And I am letting everybody know that we're live on our Facebook. Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have this show live for you, everyone. On our YouTube. I'm not sure if there is a connection. I'm going to see if we can get the YouTube up. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, that's there. It's going to be wonderful to have it up there. I think it's just great to have a way of doing it live, a way for all of us here to be a part of it. I don't know, but hopefully we'll have us live. I'm trying to get you something for everybody to see it. I'm not sure where it's going to end up. I'm on my live right now and I can't seem to find it. So maybe it's not totally live. Anyways, hopefully it is, but I'm going to do it.
I'm doing it right now. Talk.
You're doing it live right now on Facebook? Alright, well, hope on YouTube. Facebook, 607-238-3816 is the phone number. Open topic, as well as the Hindsdale House. And this week we went to the Hindsdale House, which I didn't believe it's that. I thought all this stuff about it. I saw some videos and I was very mildly convinced, mildly agitated by what I saw in some of the videos. But after, and we're going to show this video coming up, after I saw the place shake like an earthquake is all I can describe it.
I captured it in video too. We both did.
After I saw the review of our evidence here, which we don't have the video right now, but we should have it up there for you in a while. something coming, a shadow going into another room. We saw some pictures of some things, some orbs that did not act normal. And as you're going to see today, things being moved and levitating, which I've heard of it. I've been on an investigation where somebody started freaking out because stuff was being levitated, but I didn't personally see it. And this time, I was right there when it happened.
So wasn't I. It was right in front of me.
We were there. We had it happen. And I can't explain it. I'm lost for words on what. All I can say is the thing moved, and then it was manipulated, if I can use the word correctly. As you tried to grab it, it ran away from you. And that's all I can explain it to you.
It stopped.
Now, I don't really know if this is something other people have seen there before. They've had other stuff. A lot of the videos don't talk about the evidence, really. I am one to describe my evidence as we do stuff. I'm lost for words on the place because, like I said, I was unconvinced. I still don't think it's evil, as in it's terribly, massively there, but I can say it's full of energy, full of spirits.
Whatever is there is one powerful thing.
Our ghost box went crazy.
REM pod went crazy. K2 meter went crazy and moved. It basically levitated.
But, I'm talking about the ghost box going off, and talking about the photos we get of multiple spirits in them, talking about the shadows we saw, the corner of our eyes.
Yep.
While sleeping, somebody standing over me, a snake.
Snake-like
shadowy snake thing crawling around in the kitchen, crawled across the floor and went up the stairs. We basically have put all of our photos together because we had a video at the same time of taking photos, so we were trying to figure it out on what places we were at and what we were seeing and doing and hearing.
But it
was automatically cold, but the cold was something different.
The kitchen had the most activity, I think.
Yeah.
And the upstairs bedroom, too. The big one. Mary's room. To be honest, this time I didn't catch anything in Mary's room.
I didn't. I went up there, and I didn't feel that easy.
No, I didn't either. I slept up there.
I really didn't. I didn't find anything. You found stuff up there and slept up there. I focused on the living room, the kitchen, the small bedroom downstairs. There was a lot. I believe as much as you caught upstairs, I caught downstairs.
I know.
Much as what I caught upstairs, the amount you caught downstairs, and so on. So everyone caught enough evidence to say there's something there.
Oh, there's definitely something there. There's no doubt about it.
Just pinpointing what it is. Is it original? Is it not? Is it from different things? Is it Native American, from being on Native American grounds, burial grounds? Is it demonically possessed?
Like the Warrens.
It's
claim it is.
Yeah. Is it just energy from the area? I don't know. But it's one to me. It's wonderful evidence and different kind of evidence. It's something that we have gotten. My own opinion is that the
place is definitely haunted.
Yeah, I don't know if you call it exactly that terrible. I have.
I don't know. I saw some stuff when I went to bed before you guys were all sleeping too, and I had woken up in the middle of the morning, and I saw something. It was like a huge shadow person. Looked like it had maybe claws, maybe, possibly. And I just laid my head back down and I ignored it because I didn't know, you know.
Yeah,
and it kind of scared the crap out of me, and at the same time it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But they always say that you gotta have some fear in what you do. Because if you're completely fearless, that's when bad things can happen. That's what I believe.
Yeah. And another thing is that I don't think, with all the crazy things that are out there, I don't think that it's, I mean, the stuff we saw, the videos I saw, the images I saw, I don't personally think that we are that in turmoil.
No, but there was definitely some things going on because I could feel it in my head. I felt like there were being pins drilled into my head. Like it was bad. Like I had a headache. As soon as we got back, it happened when we went out to the restaurant. I was feeling it. When we got back, I felt it even worse. My concentration was broken. I didn't get confrontational with you, but You've
been on edge ever since we've been there.
Well, I'm not. No, I'm better now.
Well, I mean, the thing I don't get is the evidence that I saw that people got of all the demons and the weird stuff and scratched and thrown and being scared and all this stuff. We didn't get any of that.
We weren't
But
scared.
very few times have I gone somewhere and really gotten the evidence that they claim was for the place. I have been to probably 4 really famous places. This would be the 5th one. And as this one, I didn't feel that crazy, evilish thing they say it is. Or the other places have the lady in white, and we're gonna see it. And
every place has the lady in white. Even Hindsdale, even Hindsdale House has the lady in white.
Yeah, but what I said is I've never seen it like people claim it.
That was our. Oh, you mean period?
Yeah, period. It's not the same. A lot of people make videos. Oh, this and that, and they all have the same thing in them. All the videos have the same thing. Everybody talks about the same thing.
I've seen one.
I didn't see them.
I've actually caught one, I think.
No, but I meant like the Hindsdale House. All the videos we saw, all the knowledge we saw, everybody warning us of different stuff. The reading up on the background from it and what to expect and how and why and what we might expect, what might happen, didn't happen.
No.
It didn't do that.
Never thought that it's because we had more self-control than those other people.
Yes. Well, yeah.
We were actually there to do a real investigation instead of running around screaming all the place.
Well, yes, the couple videos have that.
Loud noises and saying stupid things to people.
Yeah, which I don't think are right, but I mean it's funny for entertainment purposes. But we went there seriously. And another note on this is we didn't try to intimidate anything there.
No, I wasn't either.
We didn't go there with an intention that was bad. I went there with a clear, open mind. I did enough research in it to know what would have happened if something did. Or I'm more fascinated in the Native American history in the history of the land and the town and who lived there and what it looked like before and where those woods really go to. Oh, they lead to the Indian portal and everything. Well, number one, there was snow all over the ground. You can't see anything.
No, that's why we're going back.
There's supposed to be a hangman's tree out there. There's supposed to be a lake that has a woman's spirit in it that'll pull you in a boat. And
you mean a pond?
No, a pond, a body of water. But obviously, we're not going out on the ice and I'm freaking cold.
No.
We're not going in the woods to see if somebody will hang us or attack us or do something wrong to me.
Yeah, well, that's where there's a lot of animals out in that part.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm a pretty big guy. I think the spirits know not to mess around that way. And maybe whatever was there, like the Warrens said it was demonic and that stuff, but nothing terrible happened to them either. That was
like I said, they could. It was exercised twice. They could have just weakened it. It could still be there.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows for sure.
Well, we don't know what's there. I prefer to say that it's Native American property.
Well, probably.
Nobody took care of it.
Yeah.
And the case that the Warrens went to was the Dandy case. Or however you say that last name.
Dandy.
Yeah. They didn't go to the original owners. They had the farmland, a small part of the house. If you look at photos, you look at our photo on our website that we're going to have up, is the part on the right-hand side is the original house.
I know that.
That was the small little cottage-like house, that farmland and everything that
I know.
people own.
I know.
Then the Dandy family moved in. I don't know if they made the rest of the house or somebody constructed it more.
Somebody did, because that's modern, more modern materials.
Yeah. So whatever house they had that they put together there, the upstairs bedrooms,
The living room too.
the living room, I do think that kitchen area might have been, I don't think that kitchen area was a kitchen area.
What did you think it is?
Well, it didn't look like there were any gas hookups. Didn't look like there were any plumbing hookups out there. No kitchen sinks.
Well, they're downstairs.
The bathroom area.
They're not hooked up. The kitchen sink's not hooked up yet.
Well,
probably.
the bathroom, there was none.
You gotta have a bathroom there.
No, but the bathroom area, the original bathroom was on the other side.
There was some, probably, yeah.
So whatever that bathroom was that led to the cellar,
yeah,
I think there was a door there. And the cellar's entrance was somewhere else. And by the map that they have there, there's a big open part of the other side of the house too.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what that was. And the cellar that's there goes to the newer part of the home.
Yes, I was down there.
It's not necessarily the original part of the home. Which I did think that little kitchen area and small little area out there was a nice little home. It's kind of like a little one-bedroom kind of apartment thing. It's nice and cottagey, like, I guess. But I think that place might be even bigger than the studio here.
It's a lot bigger.
And the studio's building. Of course, our building's a little bit bigger, but it's, I think it might be the same size. The upstairs didn't really give me any bad vibes. The one room they said flies attached to, and something's haunted in there.
They really do, though.
It's horrible in there. And I went in there were no flies. There were flies downstairs.
There were flies upstairs, too, in the master bedroom. Yes, there were.
Well, the master bedroom, not the small one.
When I woke up in the morning, I heard them.
Not the small bedroom where they claim they're all over the place and you can't go in the room without them flying around. That wasn't what I saw. But there was flies. There were ladybugs, which is not normal for this time of year.
No.
And if anybody out there does know that it's normal, or wants to comment on this, please, if you call in or make a comment on this. But bugs hibernate, or they go away,
I die off,
or they stay for something is there. It's take your own garbage with you. It's, maybe bring your own bed supplies with you.
Yeah.
Whatever you're bringing there, and you're taking home. That's the way the business is run. Which I think they run a wonderful thing. I think it was a wonderful place.
Yeah, it was.
We are looking to get the footage from them. They have a camera set up where they can give us footage, and we're waiting for that. So I believe that we are probably going to see more stuff. I personally don't think that it was a, what's the word? A evil around me when I was there. Although I'm not going to say it was good.
I don't know what it was, but it was not.
It was not normal. It was very heavy feeling sometimes. What I mean by heavy or full feeling is a lot of spirits. A lot of times you turn around, you think there's somebody behind you. I felt like I was in a crowd. I felt like there was somebody watching me here and there. Like there were more people with us than what we brought. There was 4 of us, 5 of us. But any one given place, there were 2 to 3 people. And I felt like the whole room was full of people. I don't know why. I don't know what was downstairs to trigger my camera, banging it around. The light kept going dim and off, and I got up to move to a different chair, and you could see it where it's just shaking. It's as if somebody was hitting it all the time or kicking it. It also, I don't know if anybody else noticed, but I always felt like it was uneasy, as in walking around was troublesome for some reason. I don't know why that would be. I don't know why the feeling that I had of the dizziness that happened multiple times in the kitchen and upstairs in the one room to the right. And you go to the top of the stairs, I felt a little uneasy. I think it was the way the stairs were made, the way the room had the low ceiling.
You were doing something, and I was outside with Nick, and then you guys came outside. Yeah. We were all on the porch, I think. At some point, I felt like I was dizzy, like I was out of body. Like something was trying to get at me.
Yeah, I don't...
No, like, I'm serious.
But the dizziness is, like you said, it's kind of like something's pulling you.
Yeah, it was pulling me.
It was pulling me. To go the other way.
It's pulling me this way.
Like you are going this way, but your body is physically going that way. So your mind is going one. But I felt that before. I have felt that on
I haven't felt that way in a long time.
I felt that way in a cemetery. I felt that way on a ship. I felt, but for me, a lot of times it's because it's a closed space. This was not a closed space. However, I felt like I was in a closed space. I kind of felt like I was always in a very, very small room. Like you're in a bathroom. You're not necessarily in a closet, although some bathrooms might be the size of a closet. But I felt like I was in a small room. And I yawned for my sentence. Small space. And I don't like being in small spaces.
I don't like them either.
Being a big guy, it's just I don't like doing it.
I'm claustrophobic, but I can.
I don't know if I'm claustrophobic, but I like to always know there's an exit. I like to know where I am. I like to know I can move around.
I don't like tight spaces because I get crowded. I do have it.
But I felt like that all the time. I felt like there was more than one of us there, as in more than came. When I was in the room with Angie, and our medium, and she was trying to ask something to come at the same time as we're trying to get information. So she's asking the thing to come, and the reason was to get information to find out what the room was, what it was really for, what other things were there. It was a small EVP session, if you want to call it that, but it was more for clarity on what we were wondering at the time, which was what the room was used for, who really slept there, what happened there, why it happened, who it happened to. And it felt like the whole room was just closing in on us. Like the ceiling was coming down, and I stood up.
In the kitchen? Are you talking about the kitchen?
No, the small room there by the kitchen. The very...
Mike's room?
Yes. Whatever they call it. The one with the two bedrooms that looked like a bunk bed set, but it wasn't. Looks like a kid's room, actually, like a teenager's room. And so I felt like the whole place was getting smaller and smaller and smaller, like the Alice in Wonderland thing where you're shrinking almost. Yep. But I had no idea why. I could see that the place was big. I just got it, and I kept getting this feeling that we were being watched by multiple things. Like other people were with us when there wasn't. And at one time, I thought I saw a man sitting on the bed. And we went there to figure it out, and there wasn't anybody in there. And that's where I saw the snake come out of, crawled over one of the beds, and it crawled out from the room. And I saw it go towards the stairs, and when I got up to go in that room, the room felt like it was very small, like I had walked into a bathroom or a closet. This is a very large kitchen area, a regular-sized kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen is good size.
I would say it would be the size of a small living room.
Yeah.
Maybe a master bedroom size, or that type. The regular, medium size, small kitchen, old school kitchen. Is it?
Medium or what? Which one?
Well, I don't think it's small, but it ain't medium. But anyways, the point is, different people have different opinions, so I'm trying to give what it might be size-wise.
I know. That's why I'm trying to figure it out.
Probably about a 30 by 20, 30 by 30 space. I was really to do the numbers in my head. But it felt like it was a 10 by 10 small little bathroom or closet.
10 by 10 is my room.
Instantly it felt that way.
10 by 10, 10 by 12 is what my room is.
Yeah, well, it felt bigger than that.
It's bigger than my room, yeah.
It felt like I was in a bathroom. It felt like it was shrinking or closing or something, like I wasn't there anymore, like I was somewhere else. So I walked back into the living room and sat on the couch. It went away, and I decided to lay down for a while. I don't know if I was dreaming it. I don't know if it happened in my dreams.
Was this when you were sleeping, about to sleep?
Yeah, well, I couldn't get any sleep because different things would happen. I would start to doze off and be woke up by chairs moving in the kitchen. Or I'd be woke up by stomping overhead.
I was upstairs. We were not fucking...
Yeah, we were not moving. Yeah, well, I can't bleep anything out here, folks, so that's in for you.
Oops.
Now, if you weren't stomping and moving around upstairs or investigating or whatever.
No, we weren't.
And it felt like somebody physically was jumping up and down on the ceiling. Or somewhere around me, above me.
We were sleeping.
The other investigator, Nick, he said the stomping felt like it was by him, but he couldn't figure out where. What would stomp? What would jump up and down? I don't know.
Not very much.
I don't know why that sound was there, but it was. I woke up with clicking noises, like people moving silverware and dishes around and clicking, and maybe clicking's not the word, but shuffling and playing with stuff. I thought maybe one of the dolls downstairs was moving around. I went over there, looked, and the dolls weren't moving. Nothing happened to the dolls. They're just creepy dolls.
Those things are creepy dolls.
I checked the furniture in the kitchen to see if the chairs moved or our equipment was being shuffled through or nothing. I even placed different things in different areas, so if it was being played with, it would move and I would notice. Nothing happened. I finally did get to sleep. I woke up to use the bathroom, as I always do. As I'm in the bathroom, something knocked on the door. So I didn't pay attention to it.
That was when I got up and I was coming down, wasn't it? I was already.
No, I opened the door.
And I was outside.
That was when I was washing my hands. I opened the door as I shut the water off, and nobody's there. There was another time, but you're talking about at the time when I was using the bathroom, and the cellar stairs, something walking up the stairs, and then the cellar door moving, like something trying to open it.
Well, nobody was down there.
I heard that, like doors being opened.
But when you got out, I was right in front of you, and it wasn't me.
Yeah, but I felt like there was doors being opened. It sounded like it. I could have sworn I heard the bathroom door open and shut on its own, and I was sitting in the living room, and I got up to go look, and the door was open.
It was open?
It was open. It wasn't shut.
You didn't tell me that.
So when I went back, the door was shut. So I figured somebody had used it or was using it. But the noises of the doors, at one time something was jiggling the knob of the front door. I wasn't going to go out and check. I live in the city. You don't check the front door if something like that happens. Let it be. I felt like somebody was walking around me in the living room. Like I stood there with my eyes open, laying on the couch, kind of staring at the ceiling and the coffee table kind of deal. And something walked. You could hear it walk by. It was leaving the room.
I'm not surprised.
Little things like that. But these are all things that I've witnessed and I've had happen on another investigations multiple times. You sit there and something walks by, or you feel like something's walking behind you, or you hear something walking as you're in the room. These are normal things that happen at every investigation. So they're not scary. They're not eerie. They're not out of the ordinary. They're not special. But the snake thing was special. The stomping noises, I would say, might be out of the ordinary. However, maybe it was somebody walking.
Do you think?
Maybe it was somebody stopping their feet from coming inside. It is winter outside. If somebody came in, somebody would stop their feet
but
to
who
get rid
in
of the snow.
Who in the hell was there?
Nobody. This is what I'm doing is I'm telling our listeners what the things would be if something normally was to happen. Normally somebody stomped their feet when they got snow. Normally somebody walked across the floor. Normally somebody would knock on the door or try to get in the bathroom. Walk upstairs from the cellar. Make rustling noises with silverware in the kitchen stuff. So whatever's there, it's as if it's normally living its life with us going there.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe it's not residual, because I think whatever's there is very aware.
It's intelligent. It's very intelligent whenever it does.
If it's residual energy, it would have been maybe the walking we heard could be residual.
Yeah.
The rustling, the chairs moving could be residual energy. Fine. However, it happened at certain times when,
Yeah.
it's not normal. It's not normal for somebody to be up there. Maybe somebody got up and went and had a sandwich or something in the kitchen or something.
We didn't have a sandwich.
No, well, whatever these spirits are, if somebody got up and went in the kitchen and had a sandwich, that's pulling of a chair, rustling of silverware. But, moving of stuff on the table. However, not to my knowledge has anybody said the family is still lingering there. There was demonic activity and Native American burial ground.
Are they even alive still?
I don't think so. I don't know. Ancestor, somebody is related. I don't know. But, well, it was 1973. I would say so.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm 45 years old. But whatever's there knows how to use the house.
Yeah.
Knows how to live.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the original occupants still there.
Could be.
Maybe it's Native American type spirits or whatever using the house. But I wouldn't think they would do that. They would be on their own grounds that I know of.
Unless that was their grounds.
Well, I meant, I don't think they'll go in another person's house. That's not normal for them to do that. They left property alone. They left people alone. If they had trouble with anybody, it's because you started something or they didn't like something and they asked for it to stop or,
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here? This is our land. And you said, oh, well, to it. And they're like, hey, but if you built a home and lived in it, I've never heard of them perfectly coming in and harming you and robbing you and disrupting your family. There are a lot of stories that they don't tell us about that, about the people doing it because they didn't like it.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with it. Back in the day, they do it, take whatever they wanted.
Well, yeah, I agree. Well, I kind of agree to that. I don't really think that they did that to harm anyone. I don't think they did that to fight with anybody.
When I was upstairs, I saw one of the chairs move too, but I didn't catch it. You can hear, okay, that's what I forgot to tell you about. In one of the videos in the audio, you can hear sound of a chair dragging twice. Like a loud drag. Metal, not? Because there's a metal chair in that closet upstairs, master bedroom.
Yeah, it's by the mirror, which I thought was a little creepy. Like,
and I did the EVP up there, and I left it. Nobody was up there. None of us were up there. We were all downstairs, and you could hear a chair dragging twice. Like it was dragging.
Yeah, but none of your cameras picked up a chair moving. Mine never picked up any of the chairs moving.
I'm not sure, but I definitely heard it.
But I have had mine shake 3-4 times, like it was trying to literally tip it over or something.
I haven't gone through all the video yet.
No.
I've gone through a lot of it, like a majority of
it. The biggest piece of evidence, I think, is the moving of the stuff on the table.
Yeah,
the pictures. Even in the one video, we got stuff in the window and a mirror in the room there.
Yep.
Reflections in windows of people that might be standing there around us. The other thing that I didn't especially like was the heavy feeling of I don't know what to call it. It wasn't really weight on me, but it was just a heavy feeling, like a sluggish. Like you would move into the room and it'd be like, oh. And, it took all I could do to carry the tripod into the other room. What's wrong? Why is it so heavy? Why is it the atmosphere so thick? Why is it the air so unbreathable?
Because there was something there.
Yeah, but that's not normal.
No.
These are things that I felt were a little unnormal.
Not completely abnormal for me because I've seen it before and experienced it.
And what I thought was very unusual is that the bugs were... and ladybugs were all over the kitchen.
Yep, they were.
Now, Native Americans believe they're guardians. There's certain tales of or stories or folklore of ladybugs being belief systems.
Yeah.
Them being a type of guardian.
Yeah.
Or to guard something from something else. But I didn't see any in the living room. I saw flies. But to me, if somebody had been there and left food, or, they smelled food, we brought food with us. We took a break and had some food outside. On our break, they could smell tobacco. They could smell anything. The coffee that was there. I mean, any of this stuff, if they smell it, I would assume small pieces of coffee ground that were maybe spilled and we didn't know it. Whoever was there before. That's what they eat. That's what they do.
Coffee grounds?
Well, any food product. The only thing I could think of. Somebody dropped some crumbs. Somebody dropped some coffee grounds. That's the only reason I think a fly would be there. However, we're in the middle of January.
So I'm trying to say, we're in the middle of freaking...
Flies exist in winter, but they do in somebody's nice warm house.
That's not a nice warm house.
No. They exist in your kitchen because they're living in your garbage can in their own little livable space.
They're near the window.
There's no garbage there.
They're near the window, too. Why would they be near the friggin' window?
Well, see, people believe that that's demonic. Some kind of force. I don't. Flies go near windows.
Oh, yeah.
What does the flies have to do with the demonic? Well, they smell the garbage smell. They smell the awful smell. They come for the putrid evil, if you would. And they want to feed on it. Or the demons are using the flies to manifest themselves or harvest something. That's the story behind it, anyways. I've never seen flies on a window. I saw them there, but I've never believed that the fly knows it's haunted and it's evil and all this other stuff. I mean, the fly's just looking for food. It's not looking for anything else. I don't really know what to say to that. I don't know what to, how to manage in my mind that they would come because it's evil. If anything, I would think an animal would leave if it's evil.
Maybe.
Now I know animals like roaches and cats and stuff will be attracted, and mice and rats, snakes, attracted to garbage smells or...
Yeah, but you're stretching, man. I don't know what it is, but you think you're just...
Well, I'm just saying that's what normally an animal would come from.
I don't know.
In the middle of the winter.
I don't... Yeah, but it's flies. Come on.
Well...
There are multiple flies there. Who knows what it is?
I know. But you asked why. Well, I'm just letting you know.
I don't know if it's a sign of demonic. I mean, the movies... Well, the Amityville Horror kind of screwed that one up.
Well, the Amityville Horror said that window was something from the other side, but
Who says it's not the same there?
That's what I'm saying. The Amityville Horror said it was because of the evil, and they were trying to get out of the house, and whatever it was causing the flies, bringing the flies because it's evil, and they're there for the dead, whatever. The dead bring it. Well, if the dead and unliving bring it, the zombie and ghouls and the dead and the evil and the phantoms and the negativity, the demonic monster, if you will, fine. But the real explanation of why flies are there is because there's a food source.
I don't even know about that.
But ladybugs? No, that's kind of unique.
That's
like
weird.
That all over the place? Now I can see. Maybe they're staying inside because they have found the place that's warm. They have found the place that's out there to hibernate from, where they can live comfortably, but there's nothing for them to eat. But they will eat flies. So when the flies drop dead from no food, they will go eat the fly. They are carnivorous type animal. They eat aphids and other insects, smaller ants. They're not wonderful type bugs that we all think they are. They do eat, you know, meat, so to speak, but they will eat vegetation. But they mainly live on vegetation. They mainly live in organic soils. Are you talking about
ladybugs? Or are you talking?
Yeah. I didn't see any ants. I didn't see any mosquitoes.
It was winter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The bugs that you normally see: mosquitoes, ants, flies, ladybugs, grasshoppers, whatever. Dragonflies is by a water source. You didn't see any of them. You just saw the ladybugs in numbers, like 5 of them together. Here, 5 or 6 of them there, 2, 3 of them together. Almost like it's a nest of some kind.
Maybe.
The living room had a few of them, and I saw mostly in the kitchen, but very few flies in the kitchen.
There were flies upstairs.
Yes, the flies were upstairs.
Why are they upstairs? That's my question. That's my
food, maybe.
Food from where?
People stay at this place.
Food from where?
I don't know. People brought food in and they left crumbs. Somebody dropped something.
That place is cleaned all the time.
I know.
You know it is.
I know that. But you asked from where. That's where it would be from. But since it is cleaned all the time, and there's none of this stuff there, where is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Something I can't explain.
That's why you should just mark it under the unexplainable.
Yeah.
Not just unexplainable.
Well, I'd rather try to explain something away like that. Like the movement downstairs.
I get it, but...
Yeah, if something drove by the house, I've seen houses shake. You know, trucks and stuff. There's nothing out there.
There's nothing out there. No.
Let's try to see why the smoky shadow thing. I don't know what would make that.
I've seen one in my house before. When I first moved in, I haven't seen it since then, since we got rid of it, but
yeah. But another thing about that is I've never seen it form like that.
I have.
And I also very rarely have felt like I was in a closed space. That's what got me on. That's what alarmed me the most, is the closed space feeling of always being in a closed space, always having.
Because you're claustrophobic.
No, the room is huge. The kitchen's large. Standing there, Nick's standing on the other side of the table, and we're talking about the room. We're talking about what we're trying to do. I was replacing a camera battery, and the room starts to feel like it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
It's anxiety.
Oh, it's like the Alice in Wonderland effect, where you get larger and larger and things get smaller. And I'm thinking to myself, what is this feeling? It's not anxiety. I wasn't anxiety. I had no anxiety. I had no fear. None of the feelings.
Maybe you stepped
I don't
through a
get the
portal.
fear feelings. I didn't feel worried.
Maybe you stepped through a portal.
Maybe. But
Maybe
it
you
was on
just
the other side of the table, where everybody felt dizzy on the one side and everybody felt weird. This was on the other side. I felt that way in the living room. The living room was getting smaller and smaller as I stood there. Don't know.
Not me.
And it would come, and then all of a sudden the room would be normal. It's like, whoa, what was that moment of oddness for? It wasn't my blood pressure. It wasn't the room. It wasn't, like you said, perhaps something was there and I didn't know it. Or...
I tell you what I felt. I felt like there was pins and needles in my head. I felt like I had a headache.
Okay.
Me and Ange.
I didn't get that feeling.
Yeah, well, you're not as sensitive like I am.
Saying her head was hurting.
I just kept my mouth shut because I don't want to acknowledge it.
Well, I told it at night. I said, listen, I got to get to bed. I want to go to bed. What you do, I don't care, as long as you don't come in the living room. I said that out loud. And it kind of calmed it down. I got another 2 hours of sleep, and then all of a sudden, boom, chairs started moving. Woke me up.
You heard it, didn't you?
And I'm a deep sleeper. I can't really be.
I heard the same damn thing. It woke me up too, I think. Like a minute.
Mine was the walking. Like, you couldn't tell where they were walking. The walls, the ceiling, the floor, the kitchen, the living room. I couldn't pinpoint it.
I heard it everywhere.
And it felt like it was on the other side of the wall. The other side of the wall was outside. I've lived in apartments before where your neighbors make noise on both sides of you and above you and below you. Why are these noises happening if there's nothing outside? There's a cellar under us that's obviously empty. Nothing was down there. And around me, nothing should be moving around.
I went down there. I know.
Yeah.
I caught a shadow figure down there.
Now, how big was it? Total.
It was small, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was
quick.
quick.
Looks of it was small. I couldn't get down there because of the stairs. But
You probably would have asked me to climb up there. I would have told you, hell no.
With that hole in the wall that I saw on the video, that looked like another spatial area.
It's the living room. Think about it. Think about where I was in the house.
Yeah, you were under the living room.
No, the living room was under what I was.
Yeah.
Showing in the crawl space.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the direction of it.
Yeah.
And there was a shadow person in there.
Probably. Now, if that crawl space might be bigger than the shadow person, we don't know what it is on the other side.
No, you're right.
We don't know what was there. Maybe it was just filled in at one time, and that was it looked like kind of it was built up or filled in. That looked like, in the video, it looked like it might have been a doorway, and it was filled in. But they do. And here's a train going by the building. Was it the midnight train? 3 o'clock train.
Something like that.
Call it the midnight train, anyways.
The midnight train to Georgia, you mean?
Yeah, well, it's probably going to Georgia. It's headed that direction.
No, it's heading north. It's going that way. It's heading north.
Well, it probably came from Georgia. Midnight train from Georgia.
Wrong direction.
Well, if it's headed north, Georgia south, it's coming from Georgia. Midnight train from Georgia. Probably from Pennsylvania, actually. Well, it could be coming from out west, too. We don't know. Normally, they go past your house coming from west. So, sounds like one of the big engines.
Oh, well, anyway. So, where were we at Hindsdale? Did we forget anything?
Well, I don't think we forgot anything, but we're going to show this video nevertheless. I can get it all set up here for you, which hopefully I can. Remember where I put it. Just so happens that I don't know where I put it. So let me see if I can find it first. But anyways, there it is. Let's it is you.
Oh, it's not me.
What?
The thing's bouncing.
You're bouncing.
Can you one at a time talk to me, please?
Let the camera see. But if you stand right here, you see it levitating and bouncing. The EMF meter was just bouncing forward.
It was pushing over.
There's nothing that can.
Oh, there's it. Right here.
You can't be not. Whoa!
Well, let's look.
How many of of you are hanging around the table. Only one of you, please answer. I respect you, but please only one answer.
This is your move around. Let us know it's you, so we know it's not something down the stairs, right?
I want to help each and every one of you if you want to talk.
That was me moving the chair.
Kids here's going crazy.
We always let them know if we move around or do anything, so you know it's not us doing it or it is us doing it.
Still, yeah, maybe a little uneven, but
Yeah, give it a try.
it's not enough to make it vibrant.
No.
The thing was going up and down. I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I am something.
You are what? You're here?
You know
Is that what
you're
you're saying?
Keep
Yes.
doing it.
We know you're here. What would you like to tell us?
And it's not stopping.
There's movement. Something that sounds like furniture moving.
Upstairs.
I don't know where it is. I just hear it. It's none of us sitting here. Yeah?
It's upstairs and go to the camera going. Now we're off to go up there and change the SD card.
Well, in a minute, I'm going to send you two upstairs, and you stay here and play on the.
Who upstairs?
Turn that off, and you go upstairs, we go down here, and just see what happens with you and her, or me and him.
You want to go upstairs?
I don't know what she did. She did wonderful in the other room.
If she is not
Was that going off in the other room for you?
For Anne, it was.
For Ann?
I went in there with her. I didn't want her to be
Oh,
alone.
I don't know. 3 of us.
Huh?
All 3 of us.
3 of us can go. I don't care. What do you want us
You
to
feel
take up?
comfortable sitting down here with them?
I don't want. What don't you want?
What don't?
What do you want?
Yeah, talk to us.
Are you trapped here? Are you trapped here?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Who trapped you here? Who? And we're here. What you just saw was the video from the session that we did.
Yes.
The sound, we wanted to make sure you could hear it, and it ended with it being trapped, which I'm sadly to say that a lot of these locations have people that use Ouija boards and pendulums and other things, or maybe it is trapped there.
Could be trapped from a long time ago.
I did see a Ouija board in the other room, the one room that was there, the bedroom. I saw, I didn't see anything else. That's the only thing I could think of, is if somebody had used a Ouija board there. Maybe somebody's trapped.
Maybe.
Maybe one of the dolls would have a spirit in it that no longer wants to be in it, or it's trapped. Maybe it was from the land or wherever it is, and it wants to go to the other side.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's the only thing I can think of. Being trapped. That worries me in a way, because whatever's there doesn't like to be there.
Or it could be trapped by something that's more powerful than it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is whatever's there is trapped. The word trapped means to me that I am unhappy here.
Not just that.
I no longer want to be here. I want to be freed from my enclosure. That's what it says to me.
Yeah, but something can also be keeping it there.
Yes.
Trying to make my point.
And go ahead and explain to our listeners what that means.
What?
Something could be keeping it there.
Something could be influencing it, like possibly a negative spirit.
Okay, so another demonic or negative spirit.
Demonic or negative spirit, yeah.
Keeping a lesser spirit with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can do that.
Unfortunately, but it's still, whatever's happening, it's uncomfortable. It doesn't like to be there. I don't know why. It's a quaint little place. I was a spirit. I wouldn't mind being, nice and quiet place. Although I'd rather be in a noisy. I'd rather be in a city somewhere where I could move around and do stuff.
Yeah, but still.
But I've seen quaint little places like that if it had, a bigger city I could go to every day and get out of the house and drive somewhere or work somewhere, then yeah. I'm not a country person, but there's some people that are.
I'm not either.
And for the listeners that are country people, that's a quaint, nice little place. Nice little town, nice little area to be in the country. And that's what people are trying to look for, is a nice, quiet place to be. I don't know really how quiet it is, but
where I live, it's quiet.
I didn't see any neighbors around.
No, they're not, nothing like really close, but there are some neighbors. I saw some houses up the road.
What I meant, it's not like, in the city where we live.
Yeah, it's not close.
Our neighbors, an arm's length away is their property line. And if that had a lot of acres on it, it looked like it was a large, huge farming. Yeah,
it was farm originally.
What I meant was land for farming.
It was originally was.
Yes, but what I meant now is still land for farming, land for renovating, land, natural resources, if you will.
I don't know. It still might be. I don't know.
And I don't know where the original Native American settlement was.
I have no idea.
I wish I did. I wish I could find something. In our research, we found stuff about it, but not the exact locations of stuff. That oftentimes fascinates me too. Because if that was the exact location, that would answer a lot of things as well. I don't know. I can't say.
I don't know.
Nobody's called in. Our call-in number is 607-238-3816.
It's also 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's true. But I don't really think that has anything to do with it, do you?
For right now, yeah.
We got a late. Well, we didn't get a late start. Starting next week, Saturdays, 8 p.m. when we air. So this is kind of like a second show for us this week. Our first show's already up there. We decided to do the second show. For everybody. So we try to make up for all this vacation and holiday time we're getting. And the paranormal world kind of started with all the holiday stuff. So we're trying to do that. We just started the show. And the Halloween air. So we're trying to get the Christmas stuff kind of ruined a lot of showtime. I believe we would have more airing if we got up there quicker and did more. But we didn't. I was all by myself in the studio during the Christmas season. You can watch that show on our YouTube as well. Our website, as you see down there, www.twintiersparanormal.com. You can go there for more information. You can go up there and look at all our photos. We're going to be redoing it this week. We're going to be trying to put new photos up there. We're probably going to work on that. I would like to also see some people submit some ghost stories.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We are going to do a topic on ghost. Strictly what they are, what they do, how they are. Ghost photos, ghost stories, all kinds of stuff for that. Every week we may even have our lines open. I don't know. This week we did it because it was, people were looking forward to us going. They knew we were going to go. And it is something kind of special to have our lines open when we have them open. But we are getting to that point where our show might just be a small show this week. Since it is a second one, we don't know. What I would like to see, as well as people, more followers. I would like to get up to 1,000 followers on Facebook. How many are we at right now?
691.
691. That is a lot.
No, 591. I'm sorry.
591.
591.
691 is your goal. But I think bigger. I want 1,000.
I want 1,000 too, but
we were running a contest. We're going to pause it for a little while since it's winter. We were going to have a contest of trivia and picture trivia and stuff, and the winners could go with us on an investigation. However, it is freezing cold out there.
yes, that's why
the only investigations we've been having is the Hindsdale House. We got our cemetery investigation.
we have a few other ones that are
But
be coming
mostly,
soon.
we've been having private investigations of our clients, and we will not take you on one of those. We just won't.
We can't.
It's too private for the client. It's very important that we help our clients and keep everything confidential. We do get permission to show some stuff and talk about some stuff, but we'll never release client information. Not even where they live, not even where it was. Most of the stuff we'll show you is a general thing. Like recently we had the rocking chair, which we're going to try to take possession of and put it in our museum.
Put it in your storage museum.
Well, put it in storage for now. Our museum is not. What happened was the place is renting around here is horrible. So put everything in storage. And he won't take it in his house. The other girl won't take
Absolutely
it in her
not.
house.
No.
So we have the
Hell
two
no.
items that he wants
Nope.
out of here real quick. We have our
No, you can.
Claire or Annabelle down there, our Raggedy Ann, whatever it is. We have our
fake Raggedy Ann.
well, all the Raggedy Anns were haunted. Every single one had all those attachments to them. So I wouldn't doubt if it doesn't. But it behaves, it's comfortable up there.
It's weird.
It is.
Get it the hell out of my house.
Well, the studio is here. Get it out of the home studio. We did move everything into his home studio. But that's kind of a different building type thing. Also, we have finally put together another one. Turn it around for everybody to see. Maybe you can see it better on your side. That is our ghost box, our portal, spirit portal, attached to the ghost box. EVP helper is a portal. It has our main pedals on it, and our ghost box, our amplifier, wires, batteries. We're not afraid to show it to you. We're not afraid to tell you about it. Hold it up a little bit more. There you go. Over. No, not so close. Right about there. I'm not afraid to tell you about it. I'm not afraid to be honest with you and show how it works, how it doesn't, the faults that it has, the defaults, the problems we've had with it. I'm not afraid to discuss it. I'm not afraid to tell you about it. But some people hide these things and don't want to tell anybody about it. I don't. I think everybody should have one. Every team should make one of these things. Every team should be able to have one.
Every team should be able to assemble it because I assembled it.
Unique type of research to be done with it. Very unique structure of having what it is. It's very unique. I think, anyways. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's something that is very helpful, a very great piece of evidence gathering. Great tool to have. Now the cost of that's probably about $125.
Yeah.
To put it together, but it's worth it. If anybody knows about guitar pedals, let me know. We have some questions about them. I've been trying to experiment with them, and every time I do, it messes it up. So we're probably going to leave it alone.
Yeah, I told you to leave it alone.
But again, sometimes the wiring. I wish it was a different set of wiring. We might have to go to an actual guitar store.
No, I can fix that. I know exactly.
No, I meant the different types of wiring that it has. I think an actual guitar store might help. But they probably have the same wires I got on Amazon, so it's not going to matter. If you buy it in a building, a brick and mortar store.
No, they need to be secured better.
No, what I meant was the wire types. You know, we buy it in a brick and mortar store or we get it online. It doesn't matter. The types might be different. The types might be better. I don't know. Better hookups, better secure. I think a lot of these, what I mean by this is these things right here, as you can see in the camera, right here, hook into this. And that is a separation of interference. Other than that, I don't think it's bad. I thought we were going to
get another one.
Yeah, but next time I want to go to we have a store called Music City, wonderful store, and see if they have used wires and wires in the back. There's a department of wires and stuff, and see what we can come up with. I don't know if we can do any better for the guitar pedals. I wish there was all in one pedal where you just press it, and turn it, and go. But I don't know. But now that we know how it's made, the secret is out. I think Huff Paranormal made it famous, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. He has a wonderful one. There's another girl online. I forgot what her name is. She does paranormal investigating. There's a guy in England that also does it.
Yeah.
And one of my friends on Facebook, thank you to who you are. I know you don't want me to say your name. Kind of helped me with the wires and the battery operations of stuff. So we experimented and it worked. And you could see it working right there in our video. We're going to do other things with it, other videos with it. Hopefully, at some time, we will get it tweaked out. Now, we've tweaked it enough where it works normal. There's two different functions of this thing.
I tweaked it.
One function is it's a portal. It answers the questions. It's like a ghost box. Only it's better because there's not all that wavy noise. The other function is that it's a general mouthpiece for the spirits. It's a way, the tool for them to speak to us, as well as the tool that we use to get evidence to. So it's a two-way thing here, which is good because I think there's other things we could do. A microphone could be attached to it. I think there's other things that could be attached to it, crystals and all this other things people say amplify stuff. A Faraday cage or box that could be installed. There's different stuff. We're going to look into all that. I don't want to spend all that money and have something not work. That is my biggest pet peeve of this field, is spending your money on something and then realizing it didn't work for you. And I don't mean it didn't work because we didn't know how to work it. I meant it didn't work because somebody else did it.
It's not a permanent piece of technology.
It's not going to work for us. Or they did something and who knows how they did it because they didn't tell everybody every step. Like I said, we should have made a video of putting that together, but we didn't. We will the next one. But like I said, people leave steps out because they don't want their stuff, which I think is horrible. I think in this field, everybody should know how everything works from the small recorder to the camera right here. Somewhere right there. It's right here in front of me. To, you know, the disc and this, whatever you call these little things that you save data on, to the laptop, to anything we have. I think everybody, to the sensors, to the basics, any of the equipment, I think everybody should know how it works. Or if you build something, you should let somebody else know how it works so they can enjoy getting the evidence with that as well, without spending a lot of money. Some people spend all that money and they want to have all of this fun. They want to sell it. But there's some of us who just want to experiment with it, who just want it to see how it works, to get the evidence from it, the fascination of owning it is not my thing. The thing of it is gathering evidence in different ways and doing that, improving that.
We built our own. It's not like we bought one of those flashy ones from.
Well, like I said, the flashy ones, I wish I knew how they built it, because we could experiment with it, and we're not going to make it any better, and we're not going to make it any worse.
No.
I just want to experiment with it and see if we can gather evidence. And to me, that is a way to get evidence and to be successful. And that kind of isn't there when you have people that don't tell you how stuff works. A secret, because they don't want you to sell it to other people. I will not be selling it to other people. I just want to use it for evidence gathering, experimentation. I want to make sure that it is good, and that whatever we have here and whatever we're using is acceptable to our field. It's like anything to do with science and research. You test it out, you break it, you put it back together, you see how it works, you see if it's good, you see if it's bad.
You break everything.
Oh well, that's another story.
Stop breaking.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, the table did move.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, it was because you went like this. You shoved the table.
I didn't do that.
I didn't.
Well,
You're bigger than I am. You don't know what you're doing half the time.
Again,
It could have been something. Who knows?
I don't know what it was. I don't even know what made the noise.
Something fell. You probably went like this.
Yeah, but everything's good on the table.
Yeah, but there's something on top of something. I don't know.
Anyways, folks, you just heard it. So that's what happens in this place sometimes. It's not because of the stuff on that shelf. He thinks so, but it's not. Okay, that's not because of that stuff.
I don't think it's the stuff on the shelf. I know it's not.
Before that, it's.
I know there's something in this house. I've known since I moved in here. Even when I was a kid.
Anyways, this is another sensor that I was talking about. Sensor lights, stuff like that. If you make them, I've often wondered how that stuff would work, if you could make it better or not. But a lot of those sensors are ordinary things they just put together. Oh, nothing special as any of this. This equipment really is nothing drastically special.
I got one of those big touch lights.
Well, like the guy that we went on a show. He said Simon.
Terry.
Yep, Terry. Is the this form, those touch toys when we were kids, those light up toys, those noise making stuff, is the most famous type of investigation equipment.
Yeah, I know.
Because something can interact with it. And if I was smart and I knew how to do that stuff, which I don't, if there's anybody out there, please let us know. We would love to have our own. I have a lot of ideas for
Simon?
things. Well, any of Simon. If somebody could take it apart and figure out how it works and use it in something else. It's got lights in it. It's got touch things in it. It's got everything in it.
Just change it.
I don't know how to do that. I don't even know how Teddy Ruxpin works. How you get a tape recorder in the back of a teddy bear? I don't know. And even that, Teddy Ruxpin, you could record on that. How many times you put a tape in there, record it, and weird stuff came out of it. Or you would be speaking and all of a sudden something, other voice will come through it.
Well,
anyways, if you even had a Teddy Ruxpin when you were a kid, did you have Teddy
I
Ruxpin?
don't remember. Probably, yeah.
Did you have a Rainbow Bright and a Strawberry Shortcake? She-Ra, He-Man? Did you have your little wrestling buddies?
My sister had
The
crap.
buddy wrestling guys?
No,
They're basically big pillows.
I wasn't.
Like Raggedy Ann is.
Oh, those things. Yeah, I think I had one.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, the $1 Million
No,
Man.
mine were something else. Oh, no.
Brutus Beefcake. It came with
No,
a pair of
no.
stuffed scissors.
No, I don't care about wrestling. No, I never had any crap from wrestling.
Yeah, the little Curious George.
When I was a teenager,
A teenager, you had one.
no, we didn't do crap like that when I was a teenager or when I was a kid.
What did you do?
I went
Played in
outside
the
like
woods?
a normal.
We
yes.
did too. What do you think? How do you think LARPing started? When us kids went outside and played with swords
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God! Shut up.
Dungeons and Dragons in the front yard. We
Dork.
played the game
Geek.
and we reenact what we did
Nerd.
live.
I saw it on the campus at BCC once, and I just stood there and I was laughing the entire time.
Big foam boffer. I can tell you a good story about that. The guy cracked it over me, splintered all over the place, broke. And I stood right there. I looked at him. I go, I don't know what kind of monster I am, but whatever I am, that did not affect me, sir.
You're a
He took off running
Sasquatch.
down the hallway. I'm like, dude, this is a game, and you're taking off running down the hallway.
It's because you're a Sasquatch.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to be some troll or giant thing then.
You
I don't
are
know.
a troll.
I don't know. They wanted me to be a goblin once. And I said goblins are 2 to 3 to 4 feet tall.
Everybody,
They're
Wade's
like
gonna
green
shave
dwarves,
that thing
okay?
he calls off of a beard.
They're like dwarf-sized orcs. That's what goblins are. So that would have been pretty funny.
You look like the guy from Shrek.
Okay.
Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah, you do.
Give me a Viking helmet. I'll wear it.
That's not a bad idea.
Big Viking sword and shield. Start screaming like that guy, Nord the Barbarian from wrestling. Berserker or whatever he was.
Whatever. Why do you always have to have everything with a wrestling analogy?
I don't know. Dungeons and Dragons wrestling. That's all
Dungeons
I
and
did. Watch
Dragons
professional
is
wrestling.
stupid.
That's all I did was watch professional wrestling. Play Dungeons and Dragons.
Can you do anything?
And read books about dinosaurs.
Go
and
out and
animals.
play with, go out and chase girls like
all I
normal
did
boys did.
was played Dungeons and Dragons.
And you stayed
And
and
read the books.
you never chased girls when you were a kid.
I watched Star Wars. Girls.
Nerd.
What am I going to do with a girl when I find her? If I catch her? Keep her in a big cage?
You might not want to say that on YouTube.
Well, I mean, really, you're saying that. I'm telling you we played Dungeons and Dragons.
Geeking and Dragon.
Okay? You're saying I should have ran after girls. So if there was an evil queen, what were we supposed to do with her? Stick her in a dungeon? You catch the evil queen. Take her out of her tower or castle, her cave, wherever she lives, her city, or the witch and the hag from the hut in the woods.
Okay, why are we talk about this?
So what am I supposed to do with them when I get them?
I have no idea.
You said to capture them, run after them.
Going.
So we just run after each other all day long?
You're going off the paranormal.
Take a look at me, okay? I was probably a fat little kid then too. So how am I going to run anywhere if I'm a fat little kid? You ran around after each other. What did you guys do? Just run after each other back and forth on the street?
Shoot each other.
Oh, Tad, I got you. And then
Shoot each other with BB guns and stuff, like what normal kids did.
I don't remember that ever happening.
That's because you lived a sheltered life.
I lived in this projects.
I lived in the projects too. Well, not completely. I lived on the north side.
What I'm saying is, what are you going to do when you catch the person?
For what?
You run after somebody. What do? You just keep running all over the place? Run all over the north side. You just keep running till you go around in a big circle and get back home. Yay, let's go run the other way. And you just make an 8 shape all day long, running in one circle and the other. It looks like an 8. And you get done with it. Let's run in a triangle today.
Oh, anyway.
Just run all over the place.
I was like 7 or 8 and I was screwing around with a girl. In my closet.
I don't think we should say this on YouTube, no.
I'll just leave it at that, okay? You need to, I don't know.
Well, think of it. No woman wants a guy that plays Dungeons and Dragons all day.
Yeah, why
and
are we
ghost hunts all night.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. We got off
Go
topic.
back to the paranormal.
You were 7 and 8. You had interest in girls. And she kissed you in your first kiss on the plate. Who cares?
I don't care. I was making that up.
And then you got married. You had 2 kids.
I've never been married.
And then you got a divorce.
That's not me. That's my friend.
Because you couldn't be by each other anymore.
Anyway.
Poor souls. You've known each other since you were 9 or 10.
Anyway, when I was
And now you can't live together anymore.
I said, anyway.
You know what happens when you can't live together anymore?
Wait.
Find a new hobby. Play Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm trying to tell a story about the paranormal.
Okay, go ahead. Now that we
When I
decided
was
that
7
Dungeons and
or
Dragons
8,
can save your marriage.
When 7 or 8, I was 7 or 8. I lived in my old house in Binghamton. Every night I'd see something in my parents', the hallway near my parents.
How big was this place?
Bigger than this place.
Okay.
There's 2 stories.
All right.
My parents were on the top floor with all of us.
Okay.
Me and my sister shared a room.
Okay.
So I'd have to go to the bathroom, and I don't know, man. I saw this black thing.
Was it a shadow, or was it actually just a black thing?
Black, full body shadow. Black. Okay. I don't know. I think it was a full body fucking.
Because I have seen something that was an inky black colored, like the black screen of your computer. It was not shadowy. It was just a black humanoid
full body figure, and it just scared the living crap out of me.
Like if you cut out a black poster board or something.
Yeah, basically that's what it looked like, and it was right in front of my face, and I just
this thing was
disappeared.
shiny.
No,
it was almost like a shiny, like liquid, almost like a slime type. I don't know what it was. It wasn't shadow.
You're talking about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to, for our listeners, when you say a black thing,
yeah,
it was not a shadowy figure. It wasn't a shadow figure.
I wouldn't call it slimy.
No.
I would call it just a
black colored thing.
Figure.
Yeah. Okay.
It just scared the crap out of me.
I've seen the top hat thing too.
My old house wasn't that old though. My house was like, I'd say from maybe the 30s, 40s.
I've seen the top hat or fedora hat or whatever figure that they say has a jacket or whatever. It didn't have red eyes. I don't think it had eyes at all.
Some of them don't.
I think it had a face. Kind of spoke, but I couldn't understand it. It would mumble. I know that. I know it was mumbled.
Yeah, I know.
But I saw it. I saw those big things with long fingers that kids say they see. I saw it when I was a kid.
I've seen it.
It was stretchy and, I mean, it looked like those crayon drawings actually. And shadow, I don't know if that's shadowy or not, but it was all stretchy and weird. It was walking, like kind of bent over, like half of it was on the ceiling and half of it was walking. It was weird. It was walking down to school. Some of the lights were out at the other end of the school, and that's where it was. I don't know if the other kids that were with me saw it, but I didn't.
Yeah, well, we didn't talk about stuff like that when we were in school.
We did, but it was frowned upon. I've had an interest since I was a kid, and in high school I used to read books, and the librarian used to save me some of the books.
Me and Ange did the stuff when we were kids.
Yeah, we order from this, I guess, library directory that you can get from a loan program or whatever, with different stuff on different ghosts. So let's see if we can find another thing here. Now you can still hear me. I'm going to read this to you. The Twin Tiers Supernatural Research Society website, www.twintiersparanormal. And this is our Paranormal World podcast. Every week we come up here 8 p.m. on Saturdays. Today we're doing 2 of them because we promised everybody we'd make up it from the holiday. And what I am going to get you right now, while we're going on a little break here, is some footage to show you, but I don't seem to find it. I don't seem to be able to find it here. So I am going to hopefully come back to here. He stepped away to go get a bite to eat, so he'll be right back. I can't find the video I wanted to show you of everybody that was on the thing. It was the living room investigation. I can't find it right now. I apologize for that. That happens when this is everything on here. I think what we did is I must have given it to him. What we do is we categorize everything. We have everything categorized, and then we save it for a database. What we normally do is we have an investigation. Then I see you standing behind me. The investigation, the investigation, and then we will probably discuss stuff. But this one was something special, so we went through all of our evidence. We haven't finished our evidence, but we have enough evidence to talk about it. Plus, it wasn't a private case; it wasn't a client, so we can. And I know other people have gone there, so we will be posting our videos as we go and as we get them. And as our website will soon show the pictures that we were there, possibly the Hindsdale House itself, and our investigation there will be added to our list of places that we were at. Our phone number is 607-238-3816. Option 3. When you go through the thing, you can also call that if you have a problem or you need some help. You go to our website.
And I want to apologize for swearing a few times earlier.
Yeah, well, that's part of YouTube here. We gotta figure that out. I'm sure other people have sworn on their things.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to probably call it this week. Give you a good time with us. You saw what we were doing. It is a second show. But we are going to probably add it to our numbers because it is a show. We just promised you that we would do something the last 2 weeks. We've tried to make up for those times that we've been gone during the Christmas season. We hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas season. We hope that everybody is doing wonderful. We hope that everybody is back from where they were in their travels. And we still know, I think, Russian Christmas and Chinese New Year is still out there. And some other holiday stuff is still around the corner here. But anyway, www.twintiersparanormal.com is our website, our email, twintiersparanormal@yahoo.com. Folks, it's been nice this week. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
Every night, Saturdays. Well, every night.
8 p.m.
we got
Saturday.
stuff going on, but on Saturdays,
Yes.
at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have this show live up here on YouTube. Now, what I was saying is every night this week, we're going to try to go through evidence so we can get this done for you. And you'll have to tune into our website. Obviously, our next shows will be different, but if you have any questions, you can email us. Again, www.twintiersparanormal.com, and we'll see you next time.